Today I will be reviewing the Azeron Cyborg 2. A game changer for gamers and for artists. Let's get into it. So as many of you know, I'm an artist, and being a digital artist, there's a lot of shortcuts that you have to do. Your Control Z's, your Control A's, your increase brush size and all that kind of stuff. And this is what I've been using in the past, and this was made for typing. So it gets the job done, but it could do better. I've used this thing that comes with the Cintiq. This is okay, but it's uncomfortable. It doesn't fit your hand. Get rid of it. It's worthless. Forget about it. Then I found the Azeron Cyborg 2. This thing, it was made for gaming, but when I first saw it, I said, hold on a second, Shaq. I said, Shaq, yes, you could use this thing for shortcuts and hotkeys. So that's what I did. Now let's talk about inputs. You get up to 29 programmable keys. Yeah, 29. Each finger gets its own tower of buttons, and the thumb section is basically a command center. You've got a joystick, a multi-directional hat switch, and up to 5 extra thumb buttons, depending on the configuration you choose. For all of the hotkeys that I've used, I didn't even get up to 29. I also got it with a stand, because this stand, having it at an angle just helps so much for me. Just having my hand at that angle works better ergonomically with me. It stops wrist pain, and it's super helpful. I was able to get that on Amazon. It came in like 2 days. I also got the grip tape on Amazon as well, so that also helps because my hands get ultra sweaty because I think I have hyperhidrosis or something like that. So I was able to get the grip tape. It was super easy to apply. I just used some tweezers and I applied that, and yeah, it's honestly, that thing stuck to my hand. And as you can see here in this video where I'm struggling to use this screwdriver, this actually came with this little screwdriver, and you're able to adjust each and every one of these towers to fit your hand perfectly. Over the past couple months, I've been using this thing like crazy for digital art, as well as animation, and also gaming, of course. I've been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals, so I wanted to do something that would show off this in a creative sense and not just for video games, because you can find a million videos on this thing talking about how good it is for playing video games, but there's not much online, at least on YouTube, that shows how good it is as a hotkey tool for digital art. So going into this Speedpaint, I knew I wanted to make a cyborg character, but I knew I wanted it to look a bit different, but also like this character could be taken straight out of Marvel Rivals. So as you can see, I started off with a pose. That's always the hardest part for me, trying to figure out what pose to do, especially one where you can clearly see the Cyborg 2 in action. I had to make the hand sort of the focal point. And yes, this is actually how I look. Of course you saw me wearing a hoodie, but I am definitely this swole underneath this hoodie. So I wanted to not only have the Azeron in my left hand, which honestly, spoiler alert for the rest of this, I had to flip over the image because I was like, dang, I had it on my right hand in the picture the whole time and it's actually on my left hand. Big doofus move. So basically I wanted the character to be holding the cyborg in one hand and also the stylus for a walk in the other hand. Yeah, I just wanted it to look like I was a warrior. So yeah, sword and shield type idea. Of course I had to have the hat and the glasses. That's basically me without a hat and the glasses. I'm no one, I don't exist. I'm nothing without a hat and glasses, nothing. And basically the interesting thing for me and the hardest thing for me was creating armor to go around the entire thing, because I was like, dang, I created this design with just the thing in my hand, with the Azeron Cyborg 2 in my hand. Now I have to make my entire body look like something to match that. So coming up with that design was pretty difficult, but I did it, of course. And as I'm doing this, I'll actually put a screenshot of how I had my macros set up on the Azeron for working with Clip Studio Paint. But it took me a minute to get used to like what each finger is doing. But now it's one of those things like when when you accidentally press Control Z when you're drawing on paper. That's how it is now. Like, I know that my left thumb, when it presses down on the analog stick, that's Control Z. When it hits up on the analog stick, that's Control Y. So, and I got all those buttons mapped out perfectly, and now I can't go back to doing a keyboard. And yeah, the character's starting to come together. And another reason I wanted to do this for showcasing the Azeron Cyborg 2 was because the wallpapers on my desktop on my computer have been looking kind of lame lately, and I just built a PC that's black and white, and then my keyboard's black and white, and my mouse is black and white, and my mouse pad's black and white, and then I just have these lame wallpapers. So I was like, if I can make this in a way that looks like a wallpaper, I think I'll be good. And I think I did achieve that. But yeah, if you guys ever want to see some more videos like this, or tutorials walking you through the process of this is more kind of just a speed paint with me rambling and talking about how much I love this thing. I've been using it for a couple months now. Like I said, been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals because I became addicted to that in the process of using this. And as you can see, my character's wearing a hat, of course, because I'm always wearing a hat. And the hardest thing for me in drawing, you might think it's hands, but it's what to put on hats. Every single time I draw a character wearing a hat, I sit down for 20 to 30 minutes in existential dread trying to figure out what I'm gonna put on this hat. And on this one, I just wrote the word dad, since I'm gonna be a dad soon. I'm gonna be a dad in August. I'm gonna be a dad in August. That's kind of why it took so long to make this. And then here we go, we're starting to add colors. Adding colors sucks because you gotta turn into a fashion designer and be like, okay, which color works here, designers? What's our color scheme gonna be? Of course I knew it was gonna be black and white, but I also had to add bits of color. You know, an RGB moment in there to add those like light turquoise tints, because if it was just black and white, I don't know, it could look cool. But then here I am adding the light that a lot of characters have from Marvel Rivals in the character art. And yeah, what do you guys think? Did I do good? Yeah, finding out how to render it was kind of difficult as well, because there's no like how to draw the Marvel Rivals way tutorial, or even if there is, I only want to see it by the actual people that do it, because I don't trust anyone else. That's a problem with me. I ain't never trusted nobody. Here I am adding the finishing touches, changing the color balance a bit, getting rid of some of the bold lines. I felt like there were too many bold lines at one point, so I kind of got rid of them. And yeah, that's how it turned out. I'm really happy with it. This is gonna be my new background on my Cintiq and all of my monitors in my bat cave, and I'll include a picture of that or a video as well. So, thank you. There it is. Not bad, right? I feel like I could have got the style down a little bit better, but yeah, I wanted to do it in that classic Marvel Rivals style, but I think it came out nice. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Subscribe. Maybe I'll start doing more of these reviews in the future. This is definitely a device that you want to get. It helps with gaming. I wasn't even a PC gamer. And yeah, I'm loving this thing. This is Shaq, aka Shaq's Arts, aka Shaquilius Maximus, aka Shalactic Prime, aka Galactic Shaq, and I'm signing off. Good night and good luck.